And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta on our initiative run on patch 1.0.26. On the run started on release count number 6. We'll see if I remember to go back and fix the fact that we forgot to update the last 3 videos with the correct patch number, because we did jump a patch number during the last stream. As far as the run's going, we are definitely getting into positions where I think we are going to be capable of expanding. Could do with more nobles, and I think we have some construction of ships already underway. Underway. 21 days left before the current run of Triton class ships are done at Mercury. At which point I should probably go ahead and rebuild. In fact, I could probably start building the Mercury acquisition fleet. At the moment, we own all but the sites the Resistance have. The Resistance aren't willing to sell their sites, and we are getting to the point in the game where the Resistance are probably going to go hostile. At which point, we're going to take the sites from them. So that's the point we're there. I may wait until we get the Advanced Marine Assault Unit, because that's going to be coming in a couple days, and we'll build the new ships with the new Assault Unit. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. We'll build it with the new Assault Unit. Got antimatter plasma core. Notably, I think this is more antimatter efficient, because the cost is per gigawatt. I think it's a lower cost per gigawatt. It's also a smaller drive, physically. So this will save us some antimatter. Building the antimatter ships, and in fact, we might basically delay them at least one tier. We might see how long it takes to get the plasma core torch, which is the tier 2 antimatter drive. We may, in fact, wait one generation on the antimatter before we start using it. Construction-wise, we've got our station here in the process of upgrading its antimatter. It'll be done in 5 days, and I think that's going to increase the antimatter production by a factor of 9. And then on Earth, we recently released the Caliphate. And gave them an army, so we actually have one army in the Middle East. As we start to merge things back into the Caliphate, we will probably take the time to give it a few more armies. Probably something like 4 armies. Probably run, for each one of our major unification groups, we'll probably run like 4. Arguably, if you think about the greater Eurasia combo, which is Russia versus EU, we have 5 across the 2 of them. China's got 2. We probably want more in China, although don't necessarily want to give China any armies until we get the resistance out of it. And then the Republic of China has 1, although... Well, that's a good question. I always forget when you unify, if you keep the armies. I know hostile unification doesn't if you have to annex it. We're waiting for 2.9 there for unification. We've already got our assignments signed, so that probably makes sense for what we've got. We probably do want to continue to feed more into the Republic of China, slowly and steadily. Working pretty heavily on boost. I maybe don't need quite so much knowledge there. Do I need more welfare? Yeah, we're going to need more welfare. At least if we want to merge all of China into it. Okay, so we'll run that balance. Because, yeah, we need boost. We're running a boost deficit at the moment, although not a super severe one. It's only negative 4.5, so we can run a couple months at the current rate. Obviously, Singapore is the best place to invest influence and money if I would just want raw boost. Although we're currently out of money. Well, by our standards of out of money, we're out of money. Russia could do some democracy, unless I want to militarily take over Tajikistan. I think most of its targets right now, are too democratic, so we need to get Russia's democracy score up. Some of these are guaranteed hostile. Granted, the ones that are guaranteed hostile will probably push into the EU instead. I think the EU is more democratic. And, yeah, 4.9, it's more democratic. It's in that awkward spot where it's unstable due to how democratic it is. Okay. So yeah, we got 4 sort of super nations we're going to expand. Let's confirm assignments, let some time pass. There's our advanced marine salt unit. Oh, and immediately the final elite one is available. Oh, I forgot to set that as a favorite. At 2,500, I think we'll just do that. Go get that done first. That'll be done January. That'll be done this year. Okay, so we'll wait until we have the advanced one.
Offering counsel.
Okay. I think that's a good one to pick up. That's more laser damage. We're mainly using laser damage for our lethality shooting. Right now I feel like we're more action limited than control point limited with grabbing things for expanse. So Baku's a hostile claim. Of course, Baku is in Russia, so we wouldn't be doing that one anyway. Greater Russia, or no, Greater India. Here has no hostile claims, other ones we already got. Okay. I would have assumed... Oh, this is only the Pan-Asian Combine. I think it's Greater has Japan that's hostile. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Japanese ones in there. I wonder if the Pacific Defense League is Japan first. Good question. Restore Warsaw pack is... Oh, this is merging stuff into Russia? And we probably want to merge stuff into... well, we put this as a favorite when we were... And Russia didn't have the EU. So we probably want to push stuff into EU. Do you have anything in here that buffs welfare? It's reasonably cheap. Actually, we might want to do network, because this is unrest reduction for capital regions. Okay. There we go. So there's our antimatter significantly going up. We're up to 986 U of antimatter. Freedom fighters. Okay. Definitely one of the ones we want to do if we're going to be doing unrest
the people
missions.
will come to our side. Mission complete.
Federate with the Gulf Union. Yeah, I'm still pretty sure we can push the Gulf Union into the Caliphate. A little interested that we've got this class is the Gulf Union. We'll have to see how we go about getting that to happen. Don't want to merge the wrong way, let's say. That's our Marines completing. Could do the barracks. If we were looking for more ops, we could do barracks. Yeah, let's get some stabilized bonuses. And then we can go improve upon our existing design. So the Senegal class is basically at this point obsolete. Drives, I think we're going to swap over to not the antimatter, but the Trident drive for these ones. Yeah, we're getting 45.4 Delta V. That's enough for interplanetary travel for these. Are we... Lancet, I think, is the best missile we got, so that actually makes sense for the missiles. Not a bad armor combo. We've only got the one antimatter drive, or power plant, so that's going to be that power plant. And then obviously we upgrade to the new Marine Assault Unit. So that is going to increase us from 4 to 8. So it doubles the effectiveness of that one slot. So in theory, we just need half as many ships to do the same thing. Okay, so this is the Senegal Block 2. We're going to go proceed to build. Select the old one. We're going to go ahead and build 3 of those down at Mercury. So in 55 days, we will have the ability to seize full control of Mercury in a pretty quick move.
Target secure.
We've removed some threats.
Nope, lost the legislator point. It's easy enough to get that back, so I'm not too concerned.
Standing by. Removing our enemies.
Yeah, 57 should be able to 57 days we should be able to bring you into the Federation with the Caliphate. Oh, and I might be able to bring you into Federation, the Caliphate. 17th of February, so next month.
Ready for orders.
Targeting their center of power.
Where do you need me?
At your service. Terminating the opposition.
Ready for orders.
And here we're waiting 20th of June, so it's about half a year before we can push Kuwait into the Caliphate. I suppose in the meantime, I really need to get the Caliphate's government up, otherwise we're not going to be able to do that. Yeah, let's push... Yeah, let's push that. That'll pull the government up. Actually, let's drop off the Unity as well. Yeah. Here we're going to boost and mission control. As money starts to pile back up again, I can probably afford to buy mission control. We're working on actually grabbing Iraq here, so let's public campaign
We'll
there.
make our appeal.
Yeah, let's confirm that. Some time passed. Ship launched. Extreme Mercury joined the existing fleet, so the Trident class warships are good there.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, and that's not available until like November. So yeah, we'll probably end up building a batch of the first generation antimatter. Assuming we're generating an antimatter fast enough. Helium 3 mine, if we're going to do fusion, so the early, well, the mid-ish fusions, that'll be good. But if we were going to rush fusion, it would definitely be what we'd want. How much antimatter do I need for my ships? The antimatter ship. Antimatter UV class, I think it's these guys. Yeah. 0064. So if I want about 10 of them, we need about 0.06 for... So we've got just under half the antimatter we need.
We've moved the needle.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
That explains why it's going to be so easy to do the
Neutralize
crackdown and
their
purge.
key people.
Already been public campaigning there. Arrival pending. Arriving 11th of November. Now let's actually do an intercept with 380. This will be a good field test for these guys. They arrive... So we'd actually hit them just before they arrive at this point. Yeah, we hit them just an hour under their arrival. So sure, we'll take this intercept. Counterinsurgency is complete. Oh, we do phaser, not arcs. We can hide you. Again, we do phaser, not that one. Not going to do green phaser batteries. Should maybe research that, but I don't really want to take the detour right now. Or maybe I do take the detour right now. Maybe that's what we do. Oh no, slush hydrant tanks in theory I think buff our current vehicles. No, it affects the Tritons, and I think it affects the antimatter as well. At least the first generation antimatter.
We're in control here.
Both fleets are willing to fight. They may not be willing to do that in the future, but for now, they have yet to learn that they should fear our fleets. We're laser plasma, so we can actually take this as a fairly slow approach. Keep them at arm's length. We still don't have any good side armor on these ships, is the concern. Work our way up from small to large. Also see some particularly threatening kinetic weapons coming off of the Dreadnought, our battlecruiser. These are also the green phasers, so they're not quite such good penetration as the UV ones will be. Enemy weapon open fire. Looks like to be enemy torpedoes going off of the 1,000-kilometer range. First ship destroyed. Opening volley. Second ship destroyed. I think the flankers have been dealt with. Probably because they actually did some maneuvering. Looks like the frontal armor on most of these guys is tanky enough to take the lasers to the front. None of their ships are tanky enough right now to take them to the side. Okay, none of the kinetics got through. Plasma will open up at 800 kilometers, I believe. Yeah, 800 kilometers and the plasma will start opening up. Which will couple the armor and allow the lasers to cut the remaining ships to bits. Yeah, the plasma opening up. Actually opening up a little earlier than I was expecting. Although it's depending on where we are in the formation, firing at where they are in their formation, yeah. There we go. Now we got focused fire on the ship we're targeting. Taking a little bit of damage. I think mostly from enemy plasma. We rendered 2 ships dead in the void. Working our way up the line otherwise. Oh, that one went from functional to destroyed. Another dead in the void. Redirecting fire to the last functional ship. So pretty heavy damage on one of the ships, but otherwise we have come out of this battle pretty much untouched. Okay, it looks like all the ships are dead in the void, so it's just finishing them off before they can bring their systems back online. And this is probably the most heavily armored ship at the front. 54 up front. Oh, that just exploded. This one's also 54. And there we go. The next generation of ships which we're going to put out, which are the antimatter ones, are going to be having the UV phaser cannons. So there'll be a little bit better penetration, so it'll kill them a little faster. Need a little less spattering with the plasma before they blow up. There we go. Only 1.7 exotics, so it's only enough exotics to build half a warship, but yes, you can redirect to the shipyard, please. At Mercury. That work? Yes. Did we lose a ship? Thought we had 10. Ah, you didn't have the capacity to make that burn. Although you just can't make it on the same burn transition. That'll be fine. Okay. So you're gonna arrive the 11th of February. You're gonna arrive in. Wait. Okay, I don't know how that worked out, but it worked. Somehow the damage ship is actually getting to the destination quicker. Oh, no it isn't. Just did an emergency burn, and now it's restabilizing from the emergency burn. Sergeant tank complete. We'll see if the Hydron trap comes up, which is the extra upgrade. Let's work on fusion. Oh no, if we're running antimatter, let's not run the fusion antimatter at the same time. This is station defense. I'm not too worried about the station defense being super great at the moment. Let's get our hab modules.
Our people have taken control.
1 of 3 in Iraq.
Turning up the heat.
I'm here. Targeting their key people.
Where do you need me? Targeting their position.
Standing by.
Okay,
Targeting
so that
the
should just take over
opposition.
what's left of Iraq in one fell swoop. And once you have control of its executive, we'll be able to rearrange the Allies' enemies list and allow us to bring in the Russian troops to help put down the monsters. I've not done the alliance with Iraq. Or Iran. Okay. India, EU, Russia, Gulf Union, yes. Kill fight waiting for the 17th of Feb. Germany, Russia, Poland, and Germany were the important ones because those are actually the armies I'm planning on bringing over. Should be able to bring them in. I got the Poland one selected. Does Poland not have access to Russia? That's a good question. No, Poland should go through Russia. Germany should go through Russia. Oh, I had to have the order. I had to unselect, reselect them to make it work because we changed something in the middle. That's fair.
Offering support.
Residential module complete. DNA repairs for what it is probably a little expensive. I want something a little bit better return on investment right now. Oh, I probably do want a fusion platform kit. Get fusion platform kit. It should go quickly enough. Welfare, the 5% welfare is tempting. Oh. I think it's alien computers might be one of the requirements for the ECM countering. Plus this mission control and knowledge. Yeah, we'll do this one. I should probably start working through some of the theology tech backlog.
The people will come to our side.
There's a fusion platform kit. Should probably also follow that up with the fusion outpost kit. And then the fission outpost kit. Of course, this platform is out of date. We're not going to use that anymore. Solar we're probably not going to do either. We'll hide those ones. Yeah, we'll grab this one quickly. And it should be pretty quick to grab.
Their control is vulnerable.
Ooh, they swung back.
Crackdown complete.
Oh no, that was me grabbing. Never mind. I'm still swinging, yes. Let's see if I can remember what I'm doing for more than one agent action cycle. Civilian conflicts, yeah. So we get money and influence in irradiated locations like Mercury. I think we're not going to do the terror. At this point, I think we're much better off with fusion or antimatter. Almost got enough antimatter to start getting the ships into production. Let's grab the civilian complex as 3K. That'll be pretty quick.
We're in control here.
Our associates are now in charge.
Our associates are now in charge. I don't want to spoil Iraq. That frees up some to do other things. Yeah, being authoritarian is fine. Do you want to start cleaning it up? Environment-wise. Yeah. And then maybe more boost in the meantime. Maybe a little bit of funding as well. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, so that's an alien bouncing around, causing a little bit of mayhem. Alien computers are done. This one's against Megafauna. I probably should grab that. We are doing some fighting against Megafauna. That's bonuses against Megafauna as well. Do the 2 Megafauna ones, then go for wormholes. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's one of the Iraqi armies I have control of now. You are in Iraq. Okay, that works out well. Relations, manage. China, India, EU, Republic of China, Russia, Gulf Union, Germany, Iran, Caliphate, Poland, and I already did Germany. Okay, then we should be able... Oh, actually, I probably want to add Jordan to that list. For the given circumstance. So you can go over there to help. Manage relations here. We need to add... We've got Poland, Caliphate, and Germany already. Okay. Oh, and Russia? And Russia. So we can bring those armies in. Okay. Then priority-wise, or policy-wise, we have federate with Iran as an option. And in fact, I can start demanding claims. Although I don't think I can demand claims on the people we federated with, so... Or that would only make sense if I had alliances, okay. Or if I controlled those states, and I don't want to wait for the demand to come down. Jordan's pretty small, so we're just going to roll in the purge.
We're taking power.
Israel's pretty small. Although we haven't done any public campaigning there, so it may be a little hard to just roll up and take one. Never mind, it's not big enough.
Removing our enemies.
Not big enough to be a problem.
Standing by for orders. Cracking down.
We'll put some in there in a public campaign anyway,
What's
so we
the
got some
op?
defenses once we take it
Your
over.
orders?
We've got 2 regions, Mosul and, well, we'll say Palestine. So, there and there. They got a bunch of allies. That's the only real problem, I think, with declaring on them. Egypt, Italy. I'm not sure how many of those are nuclear-armed allies, let's say. Although I'd imagine they'd be launching already if they were. Italy is armed, for example. But at least not in any of the wars. So it'd be one of those weird scenarios where I would have to figure out a way to declare war on the Federation without getting into war with their allies, or try to peace out with the allies. Can I do what I want? Ship construction-wise, I think we're going to have our ships deploying 3 days. Okay. And then probably when that's done... I think when that's done, we'll be close enough in the antimatter that we can get the antimatter ships going. Which will probably actually be sent to fly out. Ooh, hydrogen trap. Might get sent out to fly to Mars as the first mission.
Offering assistance.
Hydrogen trap. Only 5k. I may wait until we have this, because I believe this applies to our antimatter drives. Antimatter UV is running 1 liquid hydrogen, which is... We've already got an upgrade for it, right? So the hydrogen trap is just the upgrade to the upgrade. Yeah, it's the upgrade to the upgrade. We're looking at 30. That brings us up to 36, and probably even more if we go up 1 more tier. Either meaning we can run less propellant, or I can run more propellant and go farther with it.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Kabul? Okay. I'm forgetting where Kabul is. Oh, in Iran, obviously. Kabul is now a mineral region, so there was oil. They found oil there,
Their
presumably.
hearts and minds.
There's a civilian complex. With that, let's go back to alien stuff. So the next one is you. Bonus damage against megafauna.
Crackdown complete.
Our
we're back to
associates
control.
are now in charge.
Sure. Or run environment knowledge. Much like running environment knowledge over there. Although there we have funding, here we don't have funding, presumably because we maxed funding out already. These are all nations that we're going to only temporarily hold because we're feeding them into the Caliphate.
We are in control now.
Oh, they retreated into Israel. And that's probably an alien doing that. The aliens tend to be the ones that just get points.
At your service. Targeting the opposition.
Ready for my mission. Going after their people.
Ready. Terminating the opposition.
Ships build 5% faster is nice. Also build army, build military. A little less interested in the army military. But faster building ships is always nice.
I will help them.
Although we're probably going to start building the next batch of ships before that comes up. Here's the hydrogen trap, which is what we were waiting for the next gen ship. The only other thing I maybe might delay it for, well, only other thing I could delay it for that would be worth delaying it for might be the advanced plasma batteries, which would give us another 1,000 kilometers on the plasma, although that would increase the exotics by quite a bit. For a ship that's probably going to see like 1 or 2 battles and then be sitting around Mars for denial reasons, I'm not going to wait any longer. Let's do Devolve Space Command. And then, yeah, it's shipbuilding time. First, we got to upgrade the ship. So we got the antimatter UVs. Not changing much about these other than hydrogen trap. A little bit of exotics, not a real problem. Believe the slush hydrogen unobsoleted because we may, hypothetically, want to run that because we don't have the exotics or whatever. That's bringing us up to 40 kps on the ship that would have otherwise done just under 30. Three combat Gs, which is more than we need in combat for these things. 53.6 milli-Gs. Could go more fuel. I think that's 60. That's probably what we want for post Mars duty. This batch is going to Mars. This batch only needs like 40. This will be fine. Okay. Antimatter UV block 4. Don't question why we didn't use any of the previous UVs, or previous block ones. We're going straight to 4. 25 days each. It might literally be obsolete the moment it rolls off the production line, but you know, that's mid-game research. Okay, so you'll be delayed by 11 days. We can accept that you're delayed 11 days. That's not a problem. Yeah, 15th of April, and then we're going to move over to the Advancing the Main Quest. I believe when we hit the end of the main quest, the Resistance will break the non-aggression back to us.
Move the needle.
We've hit them where it hurts.
And then we'll be hitting them, like, everywhere. There's a couple around here that are a little annoying. Okay, extra damage for a Megafauner. Get started on the wormholes. As soon as we get the purge off in Israel, we'll be able to bring the 10 armies in. Space Command. Should probably work up the research line. Although getting enough population on the Habs to put those places is going to be a little bit complicated.
Our people have taken control.
They've taken control. Purge mission success. That was getting our point back in either Iraq. I think it was Iraq that we were point back.
We've removed some threats.
There's our point in Israel. Relations, manage relations. Okay. So our ships are all under construction now, right? Yeah. It'll take 200 days to finish them. At that point, we'll probably be ready to actually build the next batch. And that batch might actually warrant running a little bit more fuel on them for longer distance travel. Policies. Iran and Jordan can join the Federation. Probably am at the point where we can do another handover. Yeah, another handover to the Republic of China.
On my way to the capital.
Reporting in.
I'm here. Heading to the capital.
Up to 4.8. We need you to be up to 5.9 minutes, so 4.9. So you're almost there. Almost there. And then at the 25th of June, you can join. Should be able to join the Caliphate. And then let's go through our
Reporting in.
advisors and spend their augment points. You probably want to investigate. Although command is tempting. We'll go command, because command is tempting. Command. You can't do command. Your command is maxed. It's investigate or security or science. We'll do investigate. Oh, could do persuasion as well. Too late. Command. Only your command is maxed. Nope. And then your command. That's the whole way around.
Offering counsel.
Is research campus complete? Actually, I think we need this to properly put Iran into the Caliphate. So let's start on this. Oh, actually, let's do independent HAB so we can save a bunch on the mission control first. As we get closer and closer into the game, we're going to be wanting more and more and more mission control for more ships. Did they? They just escaped into the alien nation. Do we invade? No, no. And we're gonna take this army, we're gonna go chase down these guys, we're gonna go to there. I suspect we're gonna leave and they're gonna go right
Public
to the state
sentiment
just to be
is
annoying.
increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Policy direction complete.
Federate, Iran.
Policy direction complete.
Federate Jordan.
Mission complete.
Demand claim. Let's go over there and look at what the next claim should probably be. That one. Oh, can't request that because we already got that one. Raises unrest, lowers cohesion, raises inequality, things that this nation will have to spend some time fixing. Ooh. Megafauna mastery. We have a chance to establish control of an alien megafauna when our armies meet them in battle. Yeah, I'll be tempted to do that. Oh, okay. This guy's complete movement. We'll turn around and go back. Enemies are planning.
Terminating the opposition.
What's the op?
Yeah, you could declare war, which isn't the worst of plans because we could liberate those either to the Caliphate or technically to their original nations in the case of Iraq. A little worried about the allies that would roll into that fight. Oh, you have the June, okay. Yeah, let's send someone over there to declare war.
Heading to the capital.
Declare on the alien administration.
Acknowledged. We'll make
You're a little
things safe.
unstable. You're a little unstable, which is
Standing by for orders.
stabilize you as well.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Oh, and you need to actually stabilize more. Lower your lower your inequality a little bit more. Or I need to raise the public opinion. Makes sense as well. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll try that. Bill for improvements are required in China. Vigilantes. Doing their part, monitor their effort. These are not trained investigators or slugs, detain them. We're not the servants, we're not humanity first. Just detain them. We don't need
Offering
vigilantes.
assistance.
There's the Research University project. Okay, that's the Tier 3 Research University.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
Violence is abating.
Revolution in Brazil.
Mission complete.
Declare war, alien administration. Now, I may be able to go around negotiating peace with the other ones, and just focus on killing the aliens. Okay, right now we can only negotiate peace. Okay.
We
With
are
all
in
all
control
or nothing
now.
at the moment. Although we may see some of the other minor powers swing around. We'll see.
Targeting the opposition.
Ready to go.
Start raising public
We'll
opinion
make our
in
peace.
India. Should probably do the same in
Standing
China.
by for orders. I will tell our story.
Probably even the Republic of China as well. Although I don't have people. Already got people assigned to do jobs, so. 12th of July. So that'll be coming up soon. That'll be nice. Confirm assignments. Let some time pass. That enemy should be destroyed, and then we can go engage. Or it's going to retreat. That works. Hopefully works as well.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, Germany and Poland didn't get dragged in. That's why they're not able to go into the alienation. That's fine. Now a core economic region, so this will give us more bonuses to eco priority going forward.
Things are stabilizing.
Tailfight takes control of the region. So now we got 2 regions. That is, I believe... Oh, that might actually be a liberation, because we... Yeah, that's not a hostile claim. It's just a liberation. Okay. Taking it back from the aliens if you got a core. It depends on the core. So Israel, I think, would still be a hostile takeover. But the rest of the stuff we take from the aliens should not be.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
Can you get into Israel at least? Yeah. That'll accelerate the fight against the alien there. Chile is proposing to end its war with Russia, India, China, Iran, Israel, Republic of China, Iraq, and the Caliphate. If we accept, Chile will agree to a separate peace and leave the war. We will accept. Belgium, Luxembourg proposes. Arguably, that's tempting to keep them in the war, because then we could just roll into Belgium and Luxembourg. We're going to say no, because that's someplace we can get with our land armies. And that would feed them into the EU. Egypt could push into the Caliphate. Does have nukes, however. We will, in fact, accept because of the nukes. They may leave the war because they have the bomb. Italy also has the bomb, so Italy gets to leave.
Our associates are now in charge.
Did I piece out of the war accidentally all the way? Yes, I guess Italy was the war leader, so we actually got kicked all the way out of the war. We took a state. We've got to wait a little while before we declare again, presumably. And to be fair, there's a chance that Japan will fight the war to the way we want it to be won. Anyway. Or at least wait until Japan is defeated. It's not. Okay, you're in that awkward part of Anocracy, although we're at the point where when this cooldown ends in... Wait. Cooldown has, in theory, ended, so you can unify now with Kuwait. Okay, so one of the missions we should send is someone to do the unification of Kuwait.
Time to make our move.
Looking at the time, I think this is a good place for a part break. So if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up for you tomorrow. We're going to record 2 more parts tonight. I think we're going to get the major fleet out at Mars, and we may start building a fleet to take the run to Jupiter. Although the fleet that's going to take the run to Jupiter is going to need to be significantly up-armored. That probably wants the AA engine. Although that still may mean we're still building this stream. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to get up and stretch the legs. And then we will continue our advance, both expanding on Earth and in space. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.